First, we will listen to the cumulative effect of both plugins. Notice how the processing places the bass between the kick and the snare. We will first listen to the effect of the plugins in the context of the whole mix, and then with just the bass and the drums soloed. Try to visualize where you hear the bass. Is it along your sight line or is it coming from down below? Let's listen to the same passage one more time with both plugins engaged. Now let's listen to the same effect, but this time with just the bass and the drums soloed. The following has both plugins engaged. A high-pass filter at 61.4 Hz with a 24 dB per octave slope, as well as a low shelf at 62.4 Hz reducing 2.4 dB, were used to get the bass out of the way of the kick drum. In order for the bass to retain enough power in the low end, a medium Q bell was used at 125 Hz, adding 1.8 dB. Let's listen to the effect of these EQ curves against the kick drum. The following has the filters engaged. Additionally, notice the complementary EQ curves between the bass and the kick drum in the low mids and low shelf areas. A medium Q notch was used to gain separation between the bass and the piano, reducing masking in the lower mids caused by clashing frequencies of these two instruments. Let's listen how the bass sounds against the piano with and without the notch. The following example has the notch engaged. Notice how it seems that the notch actually makes the bass louder, even though we're reducing the amount of energy. That is caused by the fact that overlapping frequencies are being controlled and we achieve more separation between the bass and the piano. In addition, notice how the notch places the bass below the piano. Next, the high mids and highs are being controlled in order to gain separation from the guitars in the choruses, as well as place the bass below the distorted guitars. A medium Q bell reducing 5.2 dB was used at 480 Hz, as well as a high shelf attenuating 3.5 dB at 2.5 K. Additionally, the mids were further tamed with a metric halo channel strip reducing 4.42 dB at 620 Hz. Let's take a listen to the effect of these EQ moves against the guitars in the chorus. The following has the processing engaged. Notice how without the processing engaged, the bass and the guitars appear to be on the same plane horizontally. However, with the processing engaged, the bass is placed below the guitars. This creates further extension in the low end and makes the whole mix feel taller. Slight compression at a 2:1 ratio was used to level out the bass. Let's take a listen to the effect that the compression has on the bass against this drum fill. Pay attention how without compression the notes of the bass fill get buried behind the drums. However, with compression engaged, the bass sounds consistent and even.